Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Mel, and this is the 6th video, I believe now, in my makeup collection series that I'm doing. So I wanted to take some time here at the beginning of 2018, go through absolutely everything in my makeup collection, take inventory, and then also sort of set out some like goals and plans for my collection for 2018. So today we are looking at face products. So this is primers, concealers, foundations, powder. Yeah, I think that's it. So we're going to go through all of these sort of by subcategory, and I'll go through each of the products first, and then at the end of this video is when I'll sort of lay out my plans and goals for 2018. So give me a second to get all of this organized by category and we will get to it. So let's start off with primers. As you can see, these are all sample or deluxe sample sizes. They all came either in a subscription box this year or one of these smash boxes, or actually two of these, I guess. I did buy sort of a sampler kit of all of their different primers. So that is where this one is an under eye primer, which I have never actually used. I don't know, it just seemed like an extra step to have a specific primer for my under eye, but I do in general really like the Smashbox primers, so I will probably try this at some point, but I haven't used it yet. And then I do have 3 of the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. These 2 have not been opened yet. This one I am working on panning as part of my 9 by Mardi Gras seasonal project pan. I actually had 4 of these come into my life in 2017 and have worked through another one that was this size. And yeah, so I'm now working on getting this one out of my life, and then there will still be the 2 more. This one here is the Clinique Pep Start Hydro Blur moisturizer. So this is one of those products that I was not entirely certain what it is. Is it a moisturizer? Is it a primer? What I do is kind of use it as a primer. So I will still use a moisturizer and then put this on top of it. I like this well enough. This is opened. I haven't used it up entirely though, but yeah, this is fine. And then this is a Milk Makeup, what are these, like blur sticks or whatever, and this was actually, I think it was like a Sephora sample when I did an order off Sephora. I like this well enough. I do find that it blurs the pores like on my nose and a little bit on my cheek area. I don't like using this as like my only primer. What I will typically do when I use this is use another primer, like one of the Smashbox, and then go over with this Milk stick in the areas where I have larger pores. It's okay. I do like the Benefit POREfessional better as like a pore filling primer, but in my limited experience with this one, I don't think it's bad. So kind of next in my order of how I do my face is concealer. First here we do have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Mine is in the shade Creme Brulee. I'm not a big fan of this concealer. I talked about it recently in a video on products that I don't like that everybody else loves. This is a little too thick and dry for me. I do again have it in my 9 by Mardi Gras seasonal project pan right now. So I'm working on using this up, and this is getting pretty close to being done. So I should be moving this out of my collection within the next couple months. Concealer that I have is this Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This is another fairly thick concealer, and I only use this when I need to do some like heavy duty concealing. So if I have like a breakout or something, I will use this for that, but I don't use it as just like, I don't know, sort of like a general concealer. Mine is in the shade light/medium neutral, if you're curious. Next one here is a sample of the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. This came in a Sephora Play in 2017. I haven't used this yet. You can see it still has the plastic wrap all over it. I do want to try this because it does get a lot of good reviews, but with having, you know, a number of concealers already open, I didn't want to open it until I had used up some of those, so it, you know, wasn't starting the clock on it. This is in the shade M19 Cool. I don't know if it's a good match for me or not. Like I said, I haven't used it yet, but yeah. Next, I have this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness. I get quite a bit of redness on my cheeks and on my nose, and so this again was a product that had a ton of rave reviews, and so I really wanted to try it out. I think it's okay. It was not like the miracle product that I was hoping for, which is unfortunate, but I do quite like it. It's gone ahead and open this. It's a very, like, a little bit of this goes a very, very long way. So I actually will sometimes just use this actually as like a foundation and just kind of use it all over. And I like it a lot for that. So yeah, I enjoy this. I will definitely use this up this year, but I don't know that it is a product that I would repurchase. Now, I did get really into color correcting this year. Again, like I said, quite a bit of redness. So the idea of using a green concealer, green color corrector to combat that redness was something that I got really into this year. So I do have this Naked Skin from Urban Decay, their color correcting fluid, and this is obviously in the green shade. I enjoy this quite a bit. I think it does really sort of counteract the redness that I get quite well, definitely better than the Bye Bye Redness from IT Cosmetics. And then also this is part of the Smashbox Masterclass Lighting Theory palette that I have talked about in almost every one of these videos because it had so many different types of products. You can see there's the 4 color correctors up here. I've used green a ton. I also used the peach mixed with a little bit of the orange to color correct under my eyes when I have dark circles. And then I'm also going to kind of include the highlight shade here in this video simply because I haven't thrown it in anywhere else. And I do use this really more as like a concealer than anything else. So it fits, I think, within this category. I am working as part of my 2018 Rolling Project pan to pan this portion of that palette entirely. So next I have 3 foundations. The first is the IT Cosmetics CC, or Your Skin But Better CC Cream. I adore this. This is a holy grail product for me. I will definitely run out of this in 2018 and will repurchase it. I love it because it has the SPF of 50, which I, am a big believer in having SPF in as many of my makeup products as possible. So love it when I can find a foundation that has that SPF in it. I also really enjoy this in the summertime. I live in the South where it is very hot and humid for several months out of the year. And in the summer, I just want something lighter on my face so that I don't have to worry about my makeup melting away throughout the day. And so this is typically what I will reach for from about like May through September. This is about all I will use. So that is, yeah. Love this. Mine is in the shade medium. Next foundation is the heaviest foundation I have, and this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. Mine is in the shade R330, and I was color matched at Sephora for this one. I like this sort of. I don't think it looks good in like real life. It is way too heavy for that, but I do think that it looks really good on camera. So if you have a day that you're going to have lots of photos taken, or if you are filming YouTube videos, I do think that this works really well for this. And I think that's part of why everybody on YouTube likes it as much as they do, is that it is really good on camera. This next one that I have here is the True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup foundation from L'Oreal. This again has an SPF. This one has SPF 20 in it. And mine is in the shade C3 Creamy Natural, which I think is an okay color match for me. Maybe not the best, but it works. I am working on panning this as part of my 2018 Rolling Project pan, so that is why it's got the mark there. This foundation's okay. This is kind of what I use when I want like a medium range foundation, somewhere between the CC Cream and the Makeup Forever. I don't know that I would repurchase this right away, simply because I do want to try out some other foundations this year, but yeah, I mean, I do like this foundation. So finally here we have powders. I have 2 loose translucent powders. This one here is a very small sample size from Cover FX. It is their Perfect Setting Powder, and mine is in the shade Translucent Light. This is another product that is in my 9 by Mardi Gras seasonal pan. And a little bit of a spoiler here if you've watched that video. This is almost done. I think I have 1, maybe 2 uses left out of this, so that is very exciting. I do have this Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder, and it is just a translucent powder as well. This was I can't remember if it was like the birthday gift from Tarte this past year or in 2017, or if it was like a sample that I got when I ordered something off their website, but it is like a deluxe sample size. I haven't used this yet. I didn't want to open it until I'd finished off the Cover FX. But yeah, so we'll definitely try that out this year. I do have this powder duo from Bare Minerals. It is their translucent powder duo in Matte Matte and Glow Brilliant. So that's the matte side, and that's supposed to be the more highlighty, I guess, glowy side. Looks similar, like in design, to the Hourglass powder. So I don't know if that's what they were going for here, but that's definitely what it looks like. I actually did not get this in a BoxyCharm. I know a lot of people received theirs that way. I found mine at Marshall's, I think Marshall's or TJ Maxx, like around the same time it came out in the BoxyCharms, and decided to go on ahead and pick it up. I do love the Mineral Veil from Bare Minerals and their loose foundation, so I wanted to see if their pressed powders were as good. This is fine. I don't dislike it, but it's not anything I do like their Mineral Veil a lot better than I like this one. Next up, of course, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette with the dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light there. I am working on panning this too as part of my rolling project pan for 2018. So you can see I've made quite a bit of progress on this. I've been working on this for the last couple months, even before I officially started my project pan. And particularly the, dim light that's in the middle, incandescent light, is getting pretty flat there. And then these two a little bit less so, but they're on their way. This is a product I have changed my mind on. I really enjoyed this when I first got it, but the more I've gotten into it, the more it's just, there's a lot of glitter in this, and it's fine glitter. It's not super chunky glitter, but it's glitter nonetheless, with the exception of the dim light over here, you know. So I'm at a point where I don't like wearing a bunch of glitter on my face. I mean, I know with this, it's supposed to be like light reflecting and give you like a more radiant appearance, but I think when you look at it close up, it just looks like you have glitter all over your face. And so I am working on panning this because it was quite an expensive product, but it is one that I don't believe that I would repurchase, at least not at this time. So finally here, I do have my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I talked about this in my bronzer video, but you know, these top highlighting powders here had not found their way into a video yet, so I thought I would throw them in here. These are what I use mostly just to brighten up my under eye. So I use these two powders here in Lucid and Lyric, depending on sort of what overall tone, you know, whether I'm going for a cool tone or a warm tone look that day. I have even actually managed to use this third one here, the Levitation, a couple times when I had like super dark circles under my eyes. I use that as a little bit of color correcting, you know, with that same idea of using sort of an orange or a peach cream product to counteract the bluey purple circles, and that actually worked really well. So that was kind of fun to be able to get at least a little bit of use out of that powder. So yeah, that is it. That is my face products as they stand at the end of 2017. Well, now at the beginning of 2018. So I'm going to do a quick cutaway, and we'll kind of talk about my goals and plans for this portion of my collection for the upcoming year. So stay tuned. So now that we've gone through, you know, item by item through my collection, let's sort of take a step back and look at everything sort of as a collection as a whole. So I want to recap the items that I am working on panning this year. As part of my rolling 2018 project pan, I am working on panning the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette in its entirety. Also this True Match Lumi foundation from L'Oreal, and the cream side of my Smashbox Masterclass Lighting Theory palette. So the color correctors that we talked about today, and the highlighter, and then also, you know, some of the other products in here as well that I've covered in other videos. And then I am working on this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and the Cover FX Translucent Powder as part of my 9 by Mardi Gras. And I totally forgot to mention the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer as part of my 2018 Rolling Project Pan as well. So there's a number of items out of this portion of my collection that I am working on getting out of my life in 2018. So, you know, kind of subcategory by category, just kind of plans and goals. Translucent powder. So when I'm done with the Cover FX, I do obviously have this one from Tarte. I would like to try another translucent powder this year, and I don't know if I will wait until I've gone through the Tarte one or just go on ahead and purchase another one just randomly at some time this year. I really want to try the Laura Mercier one, although part of me is like, you're going to spend how much on a translucent powder? But again, it just got such great reviews. I do want to try it out, or maybe I'll try out the RMCA powder. So I don't know, we'll see. But I do want to bring a new translucent powder into my life in 2018, I think. I also want just like a regular old pressed powder. I don't have one currently. I recently completely panned up my Benefit Hello Flawless powder, which has been a holy grail powder for me for several years now. I panned it before I started my YouTube channel, which is why you've not seen it before. But yeah, so I don't know if I will repurchase that one, or again, there's a lot of powders up there, so maybe I will try something new. I'd like to bring at least one, maybe more pressed powders into my life in 2018. So that's powder. Primers, I think I am pretty well set for most, if not all of 2018. I found another one that I forgot to mention earlier. It's just a little sample of the Too Faced Hangover RX that I got with a purchase off the Too Faced website. So I have this as well. So yeah, there's enough primers going on here, I think, to last me for most of the year. I mean, again, these are all sample sizes, but it's face primer. Like, you don't use a ton of it every day. Same thing with concealers and color correctors. I think, you know, there's enough of these that it should last me most, if not all, of 2018 to go through all of these. And so yeah, we're just, you know, we're gonna see where we get with using these up, and then if I need to purchase something this year, I will. Concealers aren't something that I like to stockpile. This is actually quite a bit for me. At this point, it's just something that goes bad fast enough that, you know, I don't see the need to have a bunch of them hanging around. So yeah, definitely before I bring anything new into my collection, I will work on using up what I already have. So finally, we have foundations. I am working on panning. The trash guys are here, so that's that noise out there. Sorry about that. So I am working on using up this Lumi True Match from L'Oreal, and I am making better progress on this than I thought I would. You can't really see it right now because it's been on its side and whatnot, but I'm going through this pretty fast. And you know, I said in my Project Pan intro that I thought it would probably take me 6 or 7 months to finish this up, but I don't think it's going to take me that long, which really excites me because I want to try out some more drugstore foundations this year and see, you know, if I can kind of find what I think is the best or my favorite drugstore foundation. So, you know, watch some favorite videos, get some recommendations from y'all. If you have a favorite drugstore foundation, definitely let me know in the comments down below, because I do want to try some other ones out this year. And then this IT Cosmetics CC Cream, I think I will probably go through this just on its own. Like I said, I use this for a big portion of the year, and this would definitely not make it through an entire summer season. So this I will probably just repurchase because I do love this quite a bit. I don't know, I mean, I may branch out and try another CC cream, but it would be hard to not use this one. So yeah, that is that. I doubt I will get through that Ultra HD Makeup Forever foundation this year. I don't use that one a whole lot. Although after I use this one up, that probably will be the foundation that I use on the days that I film. So, you know, I will kind of start working through it that way. But I, you know, even doing that, I don't know that I would make it through an entire bottle of that in a year, but we'll see. So that is it, I believe, for this portion of my makeup collection. I do have one more video that will come out on this, and it is my eye products other than eyeshadow palettes, and that should be up probably tomorrow, if not the day afterwards. So definitely be on the lookout for that. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you will hit that subscribe button down below or give the video a big thumbs up. And yeah, until next time, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.